later, he finally apologizes for that.
Wait, I have a crazy idea. Could we put Wolfric on fire and just toss him in the enemies? Like, it burns him at the same time he's chopping them.
Flaming Wolfric?
Ninjas can't catch you when you're on fire.
Flaming barbarian.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Okay,
anyway.
I'm trying to
Chris?
hold back the jokes.
Chris.
Yeah, alright.
Anyway,
Flame on.
I'm gonna we're gonna be down there in the crypt with Glenn, and I am gonna look around very suspiciously to make sure no one's around.
I'm doing the same thing.
You want a perception check or what?
What
Yeah,
is
I
that?
have to, my perception's bad.
It's a 16 from me.
Okay,
totally
in
following
fairness,
you.
I shall do it, because...
So wait, Giselle's following them? Okay.
Well, she is a drow.
Actually, yeah,
I totally
Giselle
want
is
to find
able
out what the secrets are.
Yeah, Giselle manages to follow them, and neither of them spot her.
Okay, that's fine. Alright, so I'm gonna assume I'm fairly secure down here with him, and I'm gonna say, Glenn,
Make out.
aside from that note I saw you, there were also a couple of other notes. One of them is unimportant and needs to be returned. I'll make sure that happens. But another one also was encrypted. It was ciphered. I couldn't read it. So I think maybe that has some importance. And while I was in the effort of acquiring these letters, I also noticed that the bed was used, and not in the "oh, she sleeps on one end of it" way. In the "she's got a fuck buddy" type of way.
Okay.
And I would also let you know...
A special friend kind of way.
She's got a special friend. I would also let you know what was said in the in that room, and I would what were the words that I heard? I don't care what it takes. I'm going to protect her. Was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let Glenn know that too. Yeah, I think what we've got here is some sort of secret lover here who wants power.
So, do you think the Queen's responsible for this, or is she unknown?
I think she's the one in power, but I think he's the one who's using her. I think the bodyguard's the one using her.
Using her.
Just something you ought to know. And
you found all these in her room?
Let's not discuss the details.
Okay.
Just saying, I may or may not have seen a bed that may or may not have been the Queen's, that may or may not have been used by 2 or more people.
Thank you.
Right. Anyway, I'm gonna go now.
I'd suggest you said, watch your back.
Yeah, you too. If they start asking questions about a crossbow bolt and a vase, you know nothing. Bye.
Yeah, you know nothing. Correct.
Wasn't me. I'm just letting you know. Like, we were chatting at the time. If you could say something like that, that'd be cool. Anyway, bye.
Oh, I shall.
Awesome.
Sometimes my familiar shoots off a crossbow. It just kind of happens.
That's wow.
Okay, so
Sometimes
we're back.
the crossbow goes off prematurely, you know. Happens to everyone.
I can't afford to replace the vase. So.
Oh, no.
You
You didn't destroy a precious family heirloom, did you?
Might have.
Okay.
I'm assuming that... Are you guys done?
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, we're gonna.
We're done.
As you wait for the evening
Feast
to
time
come,
now.
and soon you're directed to the feast. They do not take your... They take your weapons, but they make sure that they are within reach, so to speak.
Okay.
Are they taking my staff?
Can I do a stealth check to keep my dagger hidden?
Yes, you may.
34.
Yeah, you managed You basically, when they look to take your weapons, you sort of like shit's like, hey, I gave my weapons to the armory. Pat me down. Pat you down, and they can't find anything.
Can I laugh at them when they try and take mine?
Can I get offended when they try and take mine? Because, I used to rule this place.
Well, they still take your weapon.
God damn it.
They can't take gas, can they?
They grab a cloth and have it sort of be carried by two people. Be like, okay, don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Wait, did they take my grappling hook too?
Yes.
Damn. Can't be Batman.
They take my staff.
You're
Yes,
just an old man. They can't take your staff.
May I do a diplomacy check to just see that it's a... to see if I can't convince them to let me have it. It's a sign of my office, and I should be allowed to keep it.
And if you're taking a character
they also are. I don't care how high you're rolling. They're like, you know what? Hell with it. Just roll. Diplomacy.
Yeah, it's the Gandalf defense.
Yeah, they're just like, yeah, we know wizards. Give us your staff.
How do they know he's a wizard?
When I hand him my dagger, I'm just gonna smirk at him.
Probably the pointy hat and robes probably tipped them off. We are not a subtle
Well,
people.
that's just profiling.
Yeah, well,
Profiling is wrong.
Right.
Fine, they take my staff, whatever. I don't need it, I can set them on fire.
Sean, is this party in a different map?
yeah, I'm resetting you guys.
Okay, I was just like, what? Did I just lose my character for a second time again?
It's not necessarily a party. It's just a big feast for you.
Yeah, I was just like, because we're not on the same map. That was like,
I'm still laying out some of the pogs, but
yeah, I was just like,
center.
oh god, I just lost
Just one
everything.
question.
Again.
Just one question I have to ask. Do they take my shield?
Yes, they take
There's
all
what?
the weapons.
Wait, is that General Duke from
Yes, that's-
StarCraft?
General Duke!
I'm just throwing out random pogs.
No. Just a pog. Just a pog. I was just like,
Yeah, it's just a pog, but
I know that from somewhere. It's like, what is that?
I'm just throwing out pogs to simulate advisors, people who would be.
Oh, wait a
Who?
minute. Dick Cheney is one of her
Yes.
advisors?
It looked like the Equalizer.
That explains everything. Oh my god, it makes sense.
General Duke and Dick Cheney.
Oh my god.
Sam Jackson.
I figured I shouldn't use the Fresh Prince pog like I used to use, but
Now, do not give Dick Cheney a gun.
Is the feast consisting of royales with cheese?
Can it be assumed that we had a short rest between the last time we interacted and the feast?
yes,
Yes.
Yeah,
Just
we
say
have all our
dead Guardian
stuff back.
storage.
you guys basically had it's basically a short extended rest.
Okay.
Yeah, I just like, hey, is there anyone who doesn't quite fit? This
And Samuel L. Jackson down the bottom end.
Because I'm not drinking at all.
Can anyone exchange seats with me? I don't feel comfortable sitting here.
You're fine. As long as you don't make a pass at the queen, he's not going to screw with you. Just, keep like a...
that reminds me.
Out of curiosity, I just have one
Blackwood?
question.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Where the hell am I?
Oh,
Priest the
Yeah,
court.
that's what I
Samuel L.
was
Jackson
waiting.
stole your seat, and you can't really argue with him.
there we go.
You get to sit
Much
next to
better.
Dick. Have fun with
He
that.
would be right next to her.
Wait, I should not be right next to my brother since I should probably be next
If
to Jules. Sorry, Jules.
I get to sit next to Sam Jackson. This is pretty cool.
Mr.
this is
Jackson,
what I get for not being able to find good nobleman pictures.
Are you saying the Sam
No,
Jackson is a noble?
well,
We can
yeah.
fight about it.
Okay, let's just...
While we're here at the feast, I'm going to be keeping
Fine.
a constant eye on the bodyguard.
Me too.
The feast is in a large hall, probably, well, obviously it's several hundred feet, or at least more than 100 feet big. 100 feet, 145 by 60 feet.
God damn, that's a table.
It's a giant table. They're basically giving just massive... It's basically meant for huge parties, but since there's a smaller amount of people, they're still breaking it out, since it's a good occasion. However, there are three massive windows on the northern side, as I point. Each of them sort of displaying the nice stars and the moon that has slowly been rising. And soon you are served with delicious food and delectable treats.
Perception check, I think it's poisoned.
I go with him. I'm sitting right next to him.
21. I'm checking for poisons. Fuck that.
And Glenn is looking over very intently at what he's doing, but stealthily. At the corner of his eye.
You manage to use your fork and poke some of the food, and you take it and smell it, give it a very brief taste, and you see that it is not poisoned.
Can't be too careful.
Cyrus just sort of looks at you and just sort of shakes his head and just starts to eat fairly heartily. The advisors and the other noblemen are sort of...
Such a strange event to have the Greenleafs and the new queen in the same room eating at the same table.
Yes.
Queen just sort of gives a nod and says, "It's not often that we manage to put aside our little squabbling to have a nice meal together, but it is a good celebration, after all. The long-lost brother has returned." And
Does the bodyguard react at all to those?
No, the bodyguard sort of just keeps his eye on everyone. He doesn't appear to be moving at all. He actually doesn't have a place at the table. He's simply standing standing nearby her.
Why doesn't your bodyguard join us for the feast?
Call it paranoia regarding his duties. He refuses to eat whenever I do, simply so that he is not, well, indisposed with food while he's doing his work.
I can appreciate paranoia.
He only eats something else when she's around. What? No? Okay, fine.
Wine is shared along with several bottles of aged whiskey and a few brews of dwarven make.
Sorry, Adam.
I'm gonna make careful attempts to not drink alcohol. I'll sip at it just to sort of alleviate any sort of suspicions. I'll play along, but I don't want to get drunk.
Due to a series of digestive problems, tell you can't have alcohol.
I'm doing the same thing as Blackwood, but
I'm just downing him and knowing it's not going to.
Well, you're a barbarian half-orc. I trust your stomach's a little bit stronger than a human's.
Tell me, Queen, does your bodyguard happen to have a name? It seems so weird to have this great party and then just the guy here without a name.
She smiles, and the bodyguard just sort of nods, and it's just like... And she says, "His name is Lysander. He's worked for me for many, many years, even before I became queen."
Well, Lysander, let me say, it's a pleasure to meet a fellow paranoia expert.
He simply looks at you and gives a nod.
Man, a few words. I like that. I'm gonna take a look around the room, see if there's anything out of place. I'd like to see if there are any paintings on the wall, maybe eyes that are shifting that shouldn't be shifting. And I'm also gonna maybe take a look at the outside of the floor, see if maybe there's a carpet there that seems out of place. Maybe it's like a trapdoor or something.
Talia will enjoy her.
I asked the queen, so... Hold on, God damn it.
Make a perception roll for that.
Alright.
Oh, sorry.
21.
You you look around along the